My child, listen carefully now as I open the parts of your story you never realized were divine signals. I am going to show you the 7 moments when I called out to you, 7 times when heaven reached toward you, 7 interruptions designed to protect you, save you, and guide you. You did not ignore me because you didn't care. You ignored me because you didn't understand what I was doing. You thought those moments were random, but they were me calling out to save you. You were overwhelmed, distracted, tired, unsure, confused, and you didn't recognize my voice inside the chaos. But now the 7th call has passed. That is why I am speaking with such urgency. My beloved child, the first time I called you was in the quiet pull of your heart that you tried to explain away. You felt it, a strange nudge, a gentle tug on your spirit, an unexplainable feeling urging you to pause, to slow down, to reconsider your path. You felt a shift, a whisper, a thought that said, something isn't right, but you brushed it off because life seemed too loud, too fast, too demanding. You convinced yourself it was just stress, just exhaustion. But that was me. That was my voice trying to warn you before danger approached. I saw what you couldn't see. I knew what was forming ahead. I tried to pull you aside, to get your attention, to shield you from a storm. But you didn't understand it was me. So you kept going. The 2nd time I called you was through the delay you were so frustrated by. A door you wanted to walk through suddenly closed. A plan you were excited about fell apart. Something you hoped for slipped out of your hands. You felt disappointment, confusion, even hurt. You wondered why things didn't work out. You thought the delay was punishment. But it wasn't punishment, it was protection. I blocked that path because I knew it would break your spirit. I removed an opportunity because it would have drained the life from you. You saw it as rejection, but I saw it as rescue. I tried to stop you from walking into a trap the enemy prepared. But because you couldn't see what was ahead, you thought the delay was a mistake, not a message from heaven. The 3rd time I called you was through the dream you quickly forgot. The dream that unsettled you. The dream that felt like a warning. The dream you woke up from with a racing heart. You felt it was important, but you pushed it aside. You distracted yourself. You convinced yourself it was nothing. But that dream was me showing you the spiritual condition around you, showing you what your natural eyes couldn't see. I was trying to get your attention in the only moment when your mind was quiet enough to hear me. But you woke up and ran back into your routine, and the dream slowly faded. It was my voice speaking in symbols, trying to protect you from what was coming. The 4th time I called you was when I removed someone from your life. Someone you thought you needed. Someone you thought would be part of your future. Someone who brought comfort, familiarity, or excitement. You clung to them, but they were weakening your spirit. You wanted to keep them, but they weren't aligned with your destiny. They were slowly pulling you away from me without you realizing it. And I could not let that continue. So I took them out of your life. Not to hurt you, but to save you. You cried. You questioned. You wondered why the connection broke so suddenly. But my child, that broken connection was a divine intervention. I removed what would have destroyed you in the long run. You thought you were rejected, but you were rescued. The 5th time I called you was in the heartbreak that left you shattered. That moment when everything inside you felt like it was collapsing. When the pain was too deep for words, too heavy to carry alone. That heartbreak was not me harming you. It was life shaking loose what could not stay. I allowed the pain because sometimes pain is the only thing loud enough to turn a wandering heart back to me. In your breaking, you reached for me more honestly than ever before. I was calling you through your tears, through your grief, through the ache in your chest. I was pulling you closer when everything else in your life fell apart. The heartbreak wasn't abandonment, it was an invitation to find healing in my arms. The sixth time I called you was through the heaviness that suddenly settled over you. That deep, unexplained pressure. That spiritual weight that made you feel like something was wrong but you couldn't identify it. That heaviness wasn't weakness. It was a warning. Your spirit was sensing warfare rising. Darkness was approaching. The enemy was preparing an attack. And your soul felt it before your mind understood it. I whispered to you then. I said, "Come closer, my child. Pray. Listen. Stay alert." But life kept pulling your attention away, and you didn't know that heaviness was my call to protection. And the seventh time I called you was the whisper you ignored because the world was too loud. The whisper that said, "Turn back to me now. You cannot continue like this." It was gentle, but you brushed it off, telling yourself you'd pray later, you'd slow down later, you'd listen later. But later never came. You didn't reject me. You were simply overwhelmed. You didn't ignore me out of rebellion. You were hurting. You didn't walk away on purpose. You were tired, confused, uncertain, and weighed down. But my child, this seventh call was your final warning before I had to speak louder. Comment Amen. Scripture is my strength if the Word of God feeds your soul daily. And that is why I am speaking with such urgency now. Because the 7 calls have been answered with hesitation, distraction, or misunderstanding. Because the danger you are approaching cannot be avoided without my guidance. Because your destiny is too precious to lose. Because your heart is too important to me. Because your soul is too valuable for me to stay quiet. You thought those moments were random, but they were me calling out to save you. Every interruption, every delay, every loss, every warning, they were all my voice disguised in the moments of your life. But this message is no longer disguised. This message is direct, clear, urgent. My child, listen to me now. This is your wake-up call, your turning point, your lifeline. I will not let you walk into what is coming unprepared. Stay with me. Let me speak to your heart. This moment is the one heaven has been waiting for. My beloved child, listen with all the stillness your heart can hold, because now I must reveal why this moment carries a weight unlike anything you have felt before. This is not just another message. This is not simply encouragement or comfort. This is a divine interruption sent with urgency, with intensity, with heaven's full attention pressed behind every word. I am speaking now because something dangerous is coming, something unavoidable, something that cannot be outrun by your own strength or avoided through your own wisdom. I am not saying this to frighten you. Fear is not my language, and panic is not my intention. I speak this to prepare you, to shield you, to realign you before the storm touches your life. I stopped being gentle because danger is close. I am speaking loudly because time is short. You have felt the pressure rising around you, but you could not name it. You sensed heaviness, but you thought it was emotional. You felt tired in ways sleep could not fix. You felt overwhelmed by small things that normally would not affect you. You felt your peace slipping. You felt confusion whispering at the edges of your mind. These were not random feelings, they were signals. Signs that the spiritual realm was shifting, signs that something was approaching, signs that the enemy was preparing to strike. I saw it forming before you felt it. I saw the darkness arranging itself. I saw the trap setting. I saw the doorways the enemy was trying to open in your life. And I could not stay silent. My child, ignoring my voice has spiritual consequences, not because I am punishing you, but because when you walk without my guidance, you leave yourself exposed. When you move without listening, you step outside the covering that keeps you safe. When you make decisions without me, you walk paths that were never meant for your feet. And when danger draws near, those small steps away from me become wide open doors the enemy is waiting to exploit. That is why I am speaking now, not softly, not subtly, but loudly enough that your spirit cannot pretend it didn't hear me. This is the final warning, not because my love has limits, but because the season has changed. The danger forming ahead cannot be walked into with casual faith or half-hearted seeking. You cannot drift and survive what is approaching. You cannot be inconsistent, distracted, numb, or distant and still expect to overcome what is coming. There is something rising that requires your full attention, your full obedience, your full awareness, your full connection to me. You cannot afford to ignore me now. I am not angry with you. I am desperate for you. I am not disappointed. I am protective. I am not condemning you. I am calling out to save you. You are mine, and I refuse to let you walk into darkness unaware. I refuse to watch your heart break under pressure that could have been avoided. I refuse to see you walk into a trap that my voice could have removed from your path. I refuse to let the enemy steal what I destined for you simply because you were too distracted to hear me. That is why this message feels stronger, heavier, louder. Heaven is intervening. You must understand that spiritual warnings are gifts. They are not sent to shame you. They are sent to spare you. When I speak urgently, it means a season is shifting. It means a decision is approaching. It means a choice will open one door and close another. It means the next few steps of your journey carry weight in the unseen realms. If you ignore me again, you will regret missing this moment, not because I will abandon you, but because you will face consequences that I tried to protect you from. The enemy has been studying you. He knows where you are tired. He knows where you feel empty. He knows where you doubt yourself. He knows the people who influence you. He knows the temptations that appeal to you. He knows the wounds still bleeding inside you. And he is forming a strategy designed to hit you in the exact place where you are most vulnerable. But I am exposing his plans before he executes them. I am revealing the danger before it touches you. I am giving you the warning before the blow comes. But if you do not listen, if you ignore my voice again, you will walk directly into what I tried to save you from. You have been drifting spiritually, not because you wanted to leave me, but because life pulled your attention in too many directions at once. You have been overwhelmed, not because you are weak, but because your spirit has been carrying battles too heavy for one heart. You have been numb, not because you do not care, but because you have been surviving instead of resting. But a drifting heart cannot detect danger. A tired spirit cannot discern the enemy. A numb soul cannot hear warnings. You have reached a point where gently whispering to you is not enough. That is why my tone has changed. That is why my urgency has increased. That is why my presence feels bolder, stronger, more forceful. Please support our channel. Our purpose is to bring joy, peace, and a deeper devotion to God into your life. If you feel blessed by our work, you can show your love and support by donating through Super Thanks. Would you like me to make a version that sounds a little more emotional or devotional, but still very close, my child? This is not a moment to take lightly. You are standing at the edge of a spiritual shift. What happens next depends on whether you listen or delay. There are two paths in front of you. One leads to protection, clarity, breakthrough, and covering. The other leads to confusion, regret, heartbreak, and unnecessary suffering. And you cannot afford to choose blindly. I am not warning you because I expect the worst. I am warning you because I see the danger clearly. But hear me also in this. My love is wrapped around every warning. My tenderness sits inside every hard truth I speak. I expose danger because I care. I speak urgently because I refuse to lose you. I correct you because your destiny matters too much to me. I interrupt your life because I see what you cannot. My warnings are not rejection, they are rescue. My loud voice is not anger, it is protection. My urgency is not punishment, it is love in its most powerful form. You are mine, and I refuse to let you walk into darkness unaware. You are mine, and I will not let you fall into the enemy's trap without stretching out my hand to stop you. You are mine, and I will shake heaven to get your attention if I must. You are mine, and I will not give up on you even when you give up on yourself. You are mine, and no danger forming against you will prevail if you obey my voice now. Listen to me, my child. This is your turning moment. This is the crossroads. This is the final alert before the shift. I am with you. I am warning you. I am protecting you. And I am ready to lead you safely through what is coming, if you will stay with me. My child, listen closely, because now I must reveal the danger forming around you, danger you cannot see with your natural eyes, danger that has been building quietly, layer by layer, waiting for the moment when you are most vulnerable. I do not tell you this to frighten you, but to awaken you. I tell you not to create panic, but to create clarity. The spiritual realm has shifted, and a storm has begun to form around your life. If you do not pay attention now, if you do not listen with your whole heart, you will walk straight into something that was designed to destroy your peace, your purpose, and your future. This is not a small battle. This is not a passing disturbance. This is not something you can simply push through the way you've pushed through everything else. This is a targeted attack, precise and intentional, crafted specifically around your weaknesses, shaped around your wounds, tailored to your vulnerabilities. The enemy has set something in motion to break you because he knows what is waiting for you if you rise, if you listen, if you obey. He fears who you are becoming. He fears the authority you carry. He fears the calling that is waking inside you. And so he is moving with strategy, not chaos. My child, attacks are rising around you. You've already felt the hints of them even if you couldn't explain it. The sudden heaviness, the emotional instability, the confusion that comes out of nowhere, the feeling of being spiritually drained, the anxiety that keeps whispering lies, the thoughts that make you doubt yourself, question your worth, mistrust your own decisions. These are not signs of failure, they are signs of warfare. You are not falling apart, you are being targeted. And I am exposing the attack so you will not be caught in it blindly. Temptation has been increasing as well, not just temptation to sin, but temptation to give up, temptation to isolate yourself, temptation to settle for less, temptation to entertain relationships that are beneath your calling, temptation to silence your voice, temptation to return to old habits that once broke you. Temptation always intensifies when destiny is near. The enemy offers you counterfeit comfort to distract you from the real healing I am preparing to give you. He places familiar patterns in front of you, hoping you will walk backward instead of forward. But I am calling you higher. I am calling you out of cycles that once drained you. I am calling you out of habits that once controlled you. I am calling you out of thoughts that were never yours to carry. Wrong people have been approaching you as part of this storm. Some of them have already appeared, people with smooth words but hidden motives, people who bring excitement but no stability, people who appear kind but carry spiritual danger, people who take more from you than they give, people who feed your wounds instead of your healing. The enemy often uses people when he wants to derail a destiny. He knows that your heart is tender, that you care deeply, that you long for connection, and so he sends counterfeits disguised as comfort. Beware, my child. Not everyone who approaches you in this season is sent by me. Some are sent to drain you, distract you, delay you, or deceive you. Emotional traps are forming around you. Traps that disguise themselves as I'm just tired, I'm just overwhelmed, I just need a break, I'm just confused. But beneath these feelings, the enemy is tightening a net meant to pull you into discouragement, anxiety, emotional collapse, or spiritual numbness. He wants to catch you off guard. He wants you to sink slowly so you don't notice the danger until you are already trapped. He wants you to question your worth. He wants you to become disconnected from my presence. He wants to twist your emotions into lies you start believing about yourself. But you are not alone in this. I am revealing every trap before it reaches you. Hidden deception is also at work, subtle lies whispered into your spirit. Lies that sound like your own thoughts. Lies that sound reasonable. Lies that feel familiar. Lies like, you're not enough. Things will never change. God is distant. You're losing yourself. You are all alone. No one understands you. You are failing. You are behind in life. These lies were planted slowly, intentionally, hoping you would accept them over time. But my child, those thoughts are not from me. They are from the darkness trying to wrap itself around your mind so you cannot see the truth of who you are. The enemy has studied you deeply. He knows you are most vulnerable when you feel isolated. He knows you become discouraged when you feel unseen. He knows fear grips you when you don't know what comes next. He knows exhaustion weakens your defenses. He has watched your patterns. He has observed your wounds. He has been waiting for the moment when your heart is most tired, when your spirit is most distracted, when your mind is most cluttered. That is when he tries to strike. That is why I could not whisper, I had to shout. That is why I could not wait, I had to come now. That is why I am speaking with urgency. You are in a dangerous place spiritually, and you do not even realize it. But I do. I see everything forming in the unseen realm. I see the enemy preparing to introduce someone into your life who will appear comforting but will poison your spirit. I see the enemy planning to reopen an old wound, hoping it will break you again. I see the enemy trying to cloud your judgment so you make decisions in haste instead of wisdom. I see the enemy trying to pull you back into emotional patterns you thought you escaped years ago. I see the enemy trying to wear you down until you stop fighting. My child, hear me clearly. If you do not listen now, if you do not respond to my voice, if you continue ignoring the urgency in my tone, you will walk straight into something that was designed to destroy your peace, your purpose, and your future. This danger does not come from me. It comes from the one who fears who you are becoming. You are not being warned because you are weak. You are being warned because you are chosen. The enemy always attacks what heaven has marked. But you are not defenseless. You are not alone. You are not helpless. I am speaking now because I am stepping between you and the danger forming ahead. I am revealing the attack so you will not fall into it. I am exposing the storm so it cannot swallow you. I am shining light into the darkness so it loses its power. Say amen. You are my defender if God is your protector in every battle. Listen to me, my child. The danger is real, but so is my protection. The attack is forming, but so is your breakthrough. The enemy is rising, but so am I. And if you stay close to me, if you obey me, if you trust me, no weapon formed against you will prosper. You are mine, and I will not let what is coming destroy you if you listen now. My child, come closer to my voice and breathe slowly, because now I must touch something tender inside you, your heart condition. Not your physical heart, but the heart that feels, the heart that breaks, the heart that keeps going even when it is tired, the heart that has been silently screaming while your mouth remains still. I need you to hear me with gentleness, not shame, with openness, not fear, with willingness, not defense. Because everything I am about to reveal, I reveal with love. Everything I am about to say, I say to rescue you, not to wound you. And everything I am about to touch, I touch with healing, not with judgment. My beloved child, you are emotionally exhausted. You have been carrying too much, for too long, with too little rest. There are weights on your heart you didn't choose, responsibilities you didn't ask for, battles you shouldn't fight alone. You've been waking up tired, going through the day tired, going to sleep tired, and still waking up without peace. You keep pushing, forcing yourself to function, telling yourself to be strong, even when you feel like collapsing on the inside. Your emotions have been stretched thin. You are trying to hold everything together, but inside, you feel like you are slowly unraveling. I see it. I have seen every moment you forced a smile while your heart was trembling. I have seen every moment you held back tears because you did have the energy to explain why you felt empty. You are exhausted, my child, and you haven't allowed yourself to admit it. There is numbness inside you now, a quiet, heavy numbness that you have been trying to ignore. You do not feel things the way you used to. Joy feels distant. Peace feels temporary. Hope feels fragile. Even the things that once made your heart feel alive now feel muted, blurry, dull. You've been telling yourself you're okay because you don't want to worry anyone, but the truth is, your spirit is worn out. You've been functioning in survival mode for so long that you forgot what it feels like to truly live from a place of peace. Your numbness is not failure, it's fatigue. It is your soul trying to protect itself from breaking under too much pain at once. But I do not want you numb. I want you healed. There is inner confusion within you, questions, doubts, conflicts you can't resolve. You've been trying to understand what is happening inside your life, but the more you think, the more confused you become. You feel torn between decisions, torn between who you used to be and who you are becoming, torn between what you want and what you fear, torn between your past and your future. Your thoughts have been swirling, loud and unsettled, leaving you unable to discern what is truly my voice. This confusion did not come from me. It came from the spiritual pressure around you, the warfare happening in the unseen realm. And because your heart has been tired, your ability to recognize my gentle nudges has weakened. I know you've been trying to understand my will, but clarity cannot come to a heart overwhelmed. You have practiced delayed obedience not because you wanted to disobey me, but because you have been unsure, anxious, overwhelmed, and afraid to make the wrong move. There were moments when I whispered direction, yet you hesitated. There were moments when I nudged you to let go of something harmful, yet you held on a bit longer. There were moments when I asked you to step forward, but fear told you to wait. You kept telling yourself, I will obey later, but later kept getting pushed further and further away. You didn't ignore me because you're rebellious. You ignored me because you're wounded. You ignored me because you're tired. You ignored me because life has been too loud, and my voice felt too soft. But my child, delaying obedience is the same as missing protection. You have been running from my voice, not intentionally but emotionally. Every time I called you into stillness, you felt uncomfortable. Every time I asked you to slow down, you felt restless. Every time I drew near to speak, the noise of life pushed me out. You didn't reject me, you were afraid to face the things I wanted to heal. You avoided my presence because you knew that stepping into my light would expose wounds you didn't want to look at. You ran into busyness because quiet moments forced you to confront pain. But my child, running only delays the healing I am trying to give you. You are spiritually tired, not weak, not broken beyond repair. Just tired. Tired of fighting invisible battles. Tired of trying to be strong for everyone around you. Tired of questioning your worth. Tired of not knowing what comes next. Tired of feeling disconnected from me. Tired of trying to pray and feeling nothing. Tired of feeling guilty for your spiritual dryness. You stopped noticing my warnings because your heart has been overwhelmed. Your spirit became so drained that your discernment dimmed. You have been surviving, not thriving. Crying inside, not healing. Hoping quietly, not believing boldly. But my child, hear me now. I am not angry with you. I am desperate to save you. I am not disappointed, I am reaching for you. I am not condemning, I am lifting you out. I am not judging your tiredness, I am responding to it with mercy. When a heart is overwhelmed, it cannot hear whispers. That is why I have begun to speak louder. Not out of frustration, but out of love. Not out of rebuke, but out of rescue. I saw you sinking, and I came to pull you up. I saw the numbness deepening, and I came to awaken you. I saw the confusion growing, and I came to clear your mind. I saw the exhaustion breaking you, and I came to restore your strength. I saw the danger approaching, and I came to shield you. You are mine. You belong to me. And because of that, I cannot watch you fall apart and say nothing. I cannot watch you break quietly and pretend you are fine. I cannot watch you drift away from me while the enemy comes closer. I cannot watch you walk toward danger blind. I will always intervene before destruction reaches you. That is who I am as your Savior. That is who I am as your Father. My child, I am here. I am touching the deepest wounds. I am lifting the heaviest weight. I am calming the loudest fears. I am soothing the most chaotic thoughts. I am awakening your spirit again. You may feel tired, but you are not abandoned. You may feel numb, but you are not forgotten. You may feel confused, but you are not lost. You may feel weak, but you are not alone. Come back to me. Lean into me. Let me steady your heart. Let me breathe life into the parts of you that feel empty. Let me restore your strength. Let me fill your silence with my presence. I am here, not to scold you, but to save you. Not to expose you, but to heal you. Not to leave you in your condition, but to raise you out of it. This is your moment of rescue, and I will not let you go. My beloved child, come closer to me now, because I am about to touch the places inside you that you have kept buried for years. I am going to speak into the wounds you hide behind your strength, into the pain you carry behind your silence, into the parts of you that feel too fragile to expose. I do not reveal these places to shame you, but to heal you. I do not call them out to embarrass you, but to release you. I do not shine light on them to judge you, but to lift you out of the darkness they created. You have carried these wounds quietly, thinking they were small, thinking they were manageable, thinking they would fade on their own. But my child, the truth is this. You thought you healed, but some wounds still speak to you at night. And if you ignore me now, these wounds will deepen. You have felt abandoned, not always in ways you could explain, but deep inside, in the secret corners of your heart. There were moments in your life when you reached out and no one reached back. Moments when you cried out and no one noticed. Moments when you needed comfort and received silence. You learned to stop expecting people to stay. You learned to carry your own weight. You learned to survive without leaning on anyone. But the abandonment left a scar, one that still whispers lies. You are alone. No one cares. Everyone leaves. You are not worth the effort. Those lies are not the truth, but they still echo inside your soul. I saw every moment you felt left behind. I was there in the emptiness you felt when people walked away. And I never left you, not for a single breath. You have felt unheard. You have spoken your truth, your pain, your dreams, your needs, but too often your words were dismissed, misunderstood, or minimized. You learned to swallow your feelings because speaking them did not bring comfort. You learned to pretend everything was fine because opening your heart never felt safe. You learned to stay quiet because being vulnerable seemed useless. But inside, you have been screaming. Inside, you have been longing for someone who would truly listen, truly understand, truly see you. My child, I have heard every word you never said. I have heard every prayer you whispered through tears. I have heard every thought you were too afraid to voice. I have never missed a single cry from your heart. You carry guilt for things you said, guilt for things you didn't say, guilt for choices you made, guilt for choices you didn't make, guilt for people you couldn't save, guilt for moments you weren't enough. You punish yourself for mistakes that I forgave long ago. You replay old moments in your mind, judging yourself more harshly than anyone else ever would. But guilt is a heavy chain, and it has wrapped itself around your spirit. My child, you are not meant to live chained to what happened yesterday. I forgave you before you even knew how to ask. I do not hold your past against you. I do not judge you the way you judge yourself. You are forgiven, loved and redeemed. Let go of the guilt, it is not yours to carry. Type Amen. My prayers are moving heaven if you believe answers are on their way. And share this video. My beloved child, please stop for just a moment. Pause and listen. for my heart is heavy with longing. I have watched you closely, seen every step you have taken, every tear you have shed, every laugh that escaped your lips. I know you better than you know yourself, yet you turn away from me again and again. Today, my voice reaches out gently but firmly, asking you this one question: am I not worth your time? My precious child, day after day, I wait patiently for your attention, longing just for a moment of your day. I stand near you when you wake, hoping that you will whisper my name, even if just softly. I stay beside you as you move through your busy hours, silently calling your heart to mine. Yet, I see you running swiftly past me, your eyes fixed on other things, your heart set on matters that leave you empty and tired. I watch quietly as you lose yourself in distractions, in screens that pull you deeper into places where I cannot reach you. I see your eyes grow weary, your heart become heavy, your soul grow restless, and still, you do not lift your eyes to me. My child, am I truly so easy to forget? I am the one who formed you, carefully shaping your heart, your mind, your very soul. I breathed life into you because my love overflowed. I planned every detail of who you would become, dreaming beautiful dreams for your life. And even now, my dreams for you remain, though you hardly pause to speak with me. Am I not worth just a small piece of your day? My beloved, think about all the quiet moments I gave you. In the peaceful silence of the early morning, I waited, longing to hear your voice, hoping you might choose me instead of rushing to other things. In the stillness of midnight, when sleep escapes you and your thoughts are troubled, I hold my hand out to you, ready to comfort and calm your fears. Yet, you reach for things that cannot satisfy, that cannot soothe your pain or quiet your restless thoughts. Even when you walk alone, feeling lost or hurt, I walk closely beside you, gently whispering words of hope, offering my hand to hold yours, ready to carry your burdens. But you do not turn to me. Instead, you walk faster, trying to fix everything yourself, trying to heal wounds that only I can truly mend. My child, I see everything you choose instead of me. I see how quickly your eyes are drawn to messages, to notifications, to endless noise. I see how eagerly you seek approval from those who cannot truly know or understand your heart. I see how desperately you chase after pleasures that vanish quickly, leaving you emptier than before. Yet, there I am, standing patiently, quietly, waiting for your attention. Am I not worth more than these fleeting things? Is my love not stronger, deeper, truer than the shallow joys that fade away? Listen, my precious child. I know every secret pain in your heart. I see every hidden tear you cry in the silence, every wound that others have left, every scar you try so hard to hide. I know the hurt you carry, the disappointments that weigh heavy on your spirit, the loneliness that no one else seems to understand. And yet, you keep these from me, afraid perhaps that I will turn away or not care. But hear me now, I care deeply. I see every part of you, and I love you even more because of it. I am not afraid of your brokenness, I long to heal it. I am not tired of your sadness, I want to comfort it. I am not distant from your confusion, I desire to bring clarity and peace. Yet you hold back, closing your heart, turning away from the only one who truly understands. Right, I am nothing without you. Lord, if He's your strength. My dear child, do you not remember that I gave everything for you? I stepped down into your world, walking the roads of sorrow and pain, feeling your hurt, your loneliness, your rejection. I carried your burdens upon my shoulders, bearing your mistakes, your guilt, your shame. I willingly went to the cross, not because I had to, but because I could not imagine eternity without you. My love was stronger than death, deeper than pain, wider than any mistake you could ever make. Do you really think anything could ever change my love for you? No matter how far you wander, no matter how often you ignore my voice, no matter how deeply you hide your pain from me, my love remains. It never shrinks or fades. It never weakens or grows tired. It is the same today as it was when I first dreamed you into existence. My arms are always open, always ready to welcome you back home. My beloved child, stop for just one moment and let your heart hear my voice. Quiet the noise around you. Pause from your busy day and listen closely. I have seen you rushing, running from one thing to another, your days filled with so many distractions. I stand near, patiently waiting, silently calling your name, longing for just a moment of your attention. Yet, you move past me again and again. My heart aches gently as I ask you this question from the depth of my love. Am I not worth your time? My precious one, I have been watching you. I have seen how tired you have become, how restless your soul feels, how empty your heart is when the noise finally fades away. I see every burden you carry, every worry that keeps you awake, every sadness you try to hide. Yet, when you feel overwhelmed, you turn to things that cannot give you peace. You seek comfort in places that leave you even more empty, more lost, more confused. I wait beside you, ready to hold you, ready to comfort your heart, yet you do not notice me. Why, my child, am I so easy for you to overlook? Each morning, I hope you will speak to me first, even a quiet whisper from your heart. I wait for you to notice the sun rising gently into the sky, the gift of a new day unfolding just for you. I have made this day so you can start again, with my love guiding your steps, my strength holding you steady. Yet, instead of turning your heart towards me, you reach immediately for your phone, for the worries of yesterday, for messages and news that will leave you anxious again. Am I not more important than these things? In the stillness of the night, when your mind races and sleep is far away, I stand close, ready to listen, ready to comfort you. I softly whisper your name, longing for you to speak to me, longing to ease your pain. But instead, you fill the silence with more distractions, trying to drown out the quiet voice of your heart. Do you not see, my beloved, that these moments were created for us to be together, for you to feel my gentle presence, for you to know you are never alone? You chase after people who cannot truly see you, who do not know your worth, who cannot heal your wounds. Yet, I remain unseen by your side, the one who knows you perfectly, who sees every hidden part of your soul, every hope, every fear. My love for you is deeper than any human heart can ever offer. My love for you never fades, never changes. Yet you choose those who leave you hurting, who make you question your own worth. Can you not see, dear child, how deeply I love you? Why do you turn from the one who knows your heart best? I have watched the tears you have cried quietly, thinking no one sees. I have seen your pain when others leave you behind, when you feel rejected, misunderstood, unwanted. In those moments, I hold my hands out to you, hoping you will reach back to me. But often you close your heart, choosing to carry your pain alone. My child, your burdens were never meant to be carried alone. Let me help you. Let me carry the weight that is too heavy for your shoulders. Why do you insist on walking alone? when I am right here, ready to take your hand. My precious child, do you not remember that I chose you long before you chose me? I loved you deeply before your first breath. I planned beautiful things for your life, dreams filled with joy, purpose, and peace. I have never stopped loving you, even when you have forgotten me, even when you turned away. I sent my son to show you the depth of my love, to carry your burdens, to forgive your mistakes, to bring you home to me. Do you not see how valuable you are, how precious you are to me? Today, I speak to you from a heart filled with gentle sadness. I miss you, my beloved. I miss the moments when your heart was close to mine, when you spoke freely to me, when you trusted me with your life. Now, I softly plead with you, please come back. Give me just a few moments of your day. Just 5 minutes of your time. You give your time to so many things that do not fill your heart. Will you not give just a small part of your day to me, the one who loves you more deeply than anyone ever could? My dear child, hear my voice clearly now. If you continue to walk away from me, your heart will become lost. The world will try to capture your soul completely, filling it with worries, fears, and pain. The peace you seek will become harder to find. The joy you long for will seem far away. Without me, the noise of the world will drown out the gentle voice of your heart. I do not want these for you. I want your life to be filled with hope, peace, and purpose. I want you to know the deep happiness of being close to my heart. Yet, even now, after all this distance between us, my promise remains true. My love for you has not changed. My heart is still open, ready to welcome you home. The door is never closed. My arms are always ready to embrace you, no matter how far you have wandered. I will still heal your wounds. I will still comfort your heart. I will still guide you, strengthen you, and bless your life. My love for you is faithful, unchanging, forever yours. My beloved, you were created to know my love deeply. You were made to find your peace in me. You will never find lasting joy apart from my presence. I am the one who sees your whole life clearly. I know your past. I hold your future. Every detail of your life matters deeply to me. There is no one who can love you more completely than I do. My child, am I not worth your time? Will you not pause right now, in this very moment, and turn your eyes to me? Will you speak even just a simple word, letting me know you hear me? Let this be the day your heart returns to mine. Let this be the moment you realize I have always been here, waiting patiently, hoping you would finally see me. Come now, my precious child. Let your heart finally rest in mine. Let me remind you who you truly are, deeply loved and deeply cherished, deeply mine, my beloved child. Let's begin again softly, gently. Let my words enter your heart like a quiet wind through an open window. I am not here to scold you. I am not here to shame you. I am here because I miss you. And I have one question that I keep asking over and over again, even though I already know the answer. Am I not worth your time? Dear friends, if our videos have ever touched your heart or brought you closer to God, please support our mission through super thanks below. Your kindness means the world to us. God bless you abundantly. You give your time to many things, to voices that do not care for your soul, to tasks that drain you, to people who only see the surface of you, to screens that speak louder than silence. But when I whisper to you, when I knock gently on the door of your heart, you pass me by. still I wait. I wait when you wake up in the morning. I hope that you will start your day with me. Just one word, one breath, one glance toward heaven. But your mind goes somewhere else so quickly, and I am left standing there, unseen, like a parent watching their child walk away without saying goodbye. I wait when you are in pain, when your heart is breaking, when your thoughts are heavy, when no one understands you. I am near. I lean in, hoping you will cry out to me. But you scroll through voices that only make the ache deeper. You talk to everyone but me. I wait when you feel lost, when nothing makes sense, when the world becomes too loud and too dark. I place my light near your feet, hoping you will follow it. But you run in other directions, searching for answers that only I hold. I don't leave. I don't grow tired. I just keep waiting. You give your time to things that promise happiness but leave you feeling more alone. You chase moments that disappear. You listen to people who change their minds. But I am the same. I have never changed my mind about you. I still choose you. I still want you. I still love you. So I ask again, not with anger but with love that cannot be measured. Am I not worth your time? Child, I made you. I formed you with my own hands. I chose every part of you with care. You are not a mistake. You are not a burden. You are not forgotten. You are my creation. And I miss hearing your voice. I miss your prayers, not the perfect ones, but the real ones. I miss the way your heart used to lean toward me. I miss the moments you gave me, even when they were short. They meant so much to me. You don't know how much joy it brings me when you think of me, even for a second. I have never been far. I have always been right beside you. Every time your heart broke, mine broke too. Every time you cried, I counted your tears. Every time you were hurt, I felt it. I watched you try to carry things too heavy for you, and my hands reached out, but you didn't take them. You were never meant to carry it alone. That's why I came to you. That's why I walked among you. That's why I went to the cross. I chose the pain so that you could have peace. I chose the nails so you could be free. I chose death so that you could live. Even if you've forgotten me, and I've never forgotten you. Even if you turned away, my eyes never left you. Even if you feel unworthy now, my love for you hasn't changed. It never will. I know there are many things in your life right now. You feel pulled in every direction. You feel unseen, unheard, unimportant. But not to me. You are my child. You are the one I love. You are the one I would die for again and again if it were needed. So here I am, not asking for everything. Not asking for hours. Not asking for perfect words or perfect behavior. I am only asking for your heart. I am only asking for your time. Just a few moments where we can be together. Just a small space where I can hold you, speak to you, heal you. My child, do not be afraid to come close to me. I know what you have done. I know what you hide. I know the things you wish you could change. But none of that stops me from loving you. My love is not small. It does not run away when you fail. It does not fade when you make mistakes. My love holds on even when you let go. I do not need you to be perfect. I do not wait for you to fix yourself before coming to me. I want you as you are broken, tired, confused, afraid. I want you with all your questions, I want you with your heavy heart. I want you with your pain. You do not have to clean yourself up for me. Come just as you are. You have looked for peace in many places. You have searched for something real. You have wanted to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel that you belong. But no matter where you turn, nothing stays. Nothing fills the deep place inside you. That is because you were made to know me. That space in you only I can fill it. You were not made to live without me. You were not made to carry pain by yourself. You were not made to run from one thing to another, always tired, always empty. You were made to rest in me. You were made to walk with me. You were made to hear my voice, to feel my peace, to know my joy. I have never once forgotten you. Not for a second. Even when you pushed me away. Even when you said, I'm too busy. Even when you thought, God doesn't care. I was still right there. I never left. I stayed by your side. I watched over you at night. I whispered to your heart. I waited for you to notice me. My child, I have seen how hard it has been for you. I have seen your silent cries. I have seen you smiling when inside you were breaking. I have seen the way you tried to be strong for everyone else, even when you felt weak. You have been through more than people know. But I know. I have been with you through it all. You did not walk alone. Even when it felt like no one was there, I was there. Even when the room was dark, my presence filled it. Even when you felt forgotten, I was watching over you. And now I speak to you again, not with anger, but with love. Please, my child, give me your time. I do not want hours of your day. I do not need a perfect prayer. I do not ask for something big. Just sit with me. Just speak my name. Just give me your heart for a little while. Let me in. Let me speak. Let me hold you. You don't need to try so hard. You don't need to be strong in front of me. Just be real. Let me be your place of peace. Let me be your hiding place. Let me be the one you turn to first. Before the world fills your mind, come to me. Before the fear comes in, come to me. Before the pain gets heavy, come to me. I am here. I am always here. And I will not leave you empty. I will not leave you broken. I will not leave you with more questions. I will give you peace. I will give you comfort. I will give you strength. I will fill your soul with what nothing else can give you. But I can only do that if you come. You have tried so many things. You have trusted so many people. You have waited for love from places that only gave you pain. I have seen it. I have felt it with you. But I want to give you something better, something that never changes, never breaks, never leaves. That something is me. I am not like the others. I do not say one thing and do another. I do not promise and forget. I do not leave when things get hard. I do not love only when you are doing well. I love you always. I stay with you always. I care for you always. You do not have to earn my love. You already have it. You do not have to impress me. I already chose you. You do not have to chase after me. I have been chasing after you, and I will not stop. But child, I need your yes. I need your time. I need your heart. I need you to open the door. I will not push you open. I will not force my way in. That is not love. Love waits. Love knocks. Love invites. And that is what I am doing now. I am knocking on the door of your heart. I am inviting you back to me. I am asking, gently but firmly, am I not worth your time? I ask not because I am angry. I ask because I miss you. I ask because I love you. Please, my child, do not wait any longer. The world will pull you in many directions. It will tell you that other things are more important. But I am the one who made your soul. I am the one who knows your beginning and your end. I am the one who will never leave you, no matter what happens. Come now. Let this be the moment. You do not need to know what to say. You do not need to feel anything big. Just be still. Just breathe. Just whisper my name. I am already near. I am already listening. Give me this moment. Let me hold you. Let me speak to you. Let me remind you who you are. You are not forgotten. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are my child. You are deeply loved. You are wanted. You don't need to be strong for me. You don't need to hide your pain from me. I already see it. I already feel it. I know how tired you are. I know how heavy your heart has been. You have been trying to hold yourself together for so long. You have been walking with wounds that never healed. You laugh in front of others, but when you are alone, the tears come. I have seen every tear. I have felt every one of them. You keep telling yourself to be stronger, to do more, to pretend that everything is fine. But I never asked you to pretend. I never told you to carry everything by yourself. I wanted to help you. I waited for you to invite me in. I wanted to be the one who listened when no one else would. I wanted to be your safe place, your comfort, your peace. But you kept going, trying to fix things without me. I never stopped loving you. I never stopped watching over you. I never stopped protecting you, even when you forgot me. You don't know how many times I kept you from harm. You don't know how many times I held back danger. You don't know how many times I surrounded you with my angels when the enemy came close. I didn't do it because you earned it. I did it because I love you. And now I wait again. Not for perfection. Not for performance. I wait for your heart. I wait for your time. I wait for you to stop and say, God, I need you. That's all. Just a small moment. Just an open door. Just a tiny space for me to step in and show you how much I care. The world has taken so much from you. It promised happiness but gave you pain. It promised love but gave you heartbreak. It promised success but left you empty. I watched as you believed those lies, as you chased those things, hoping they would fill the hole in your heart. But they never could. Only I can do that. I didn't come to control your life. I came to love you, to walk with you, to guide you gently, to give you peace that the world cannot take away. I came to be your father, not a distant judge but a close friend. I came to be your healer. I came to be the one who holds you when you feel like you are falling apart. You don't have to do everything right. You don't have to have all the answers. I just want your heart. I just want to be close to you. I just want to walk with you each day, even through the simple, quiet moments. I want to be part of your story. I want to write beauty from the broken parts. There is nothing in your life that I cannot use. Not your pain, not your past, not your struggles. I can turn all of it into something good. I can bring meaning from the things that hurt you. I can bring light from the places that felt dark. But I need you to trust me. I need you to stop running. I need you to stop trying to do everything without me. You were not made to live this way, rushed, busy, distracted, tired, lost. You were made for peace. You were made for rest. You were made for deep love. You were made to walk in freedom, not fear. But that can only happen when you return to me. I know you have doubts. I know you wonder if I am even there. You wonder if I hear you, if I care. Let me answer you now. Yes, I am here. Yes, I hear you. Yes, I care. I care more than you can imagine. I have never stopped caring, and I will never stop. I created you with purpose. I placed my breath in your lungs. I designed you with beauty and strength. I made you to shine my light in this world. But the world has tried to cover that light. Pain has tried to break it. But it is still there. That light is still inside you, waiting to burn bright again. Let me light it again. Let me remind you of who you are. Let me restore what was lost. Let me hold the pieces and make something new. You don't have to know how. Just bring me the pieces. Bring me your heart. It is not too late. You are not too far. You are not too broken. I can still do something beautiful. But you must give me your time. Not as a duty. Not as a rule. But as a gift. A gift from your heart to mine. A small moment to say, I remember you, God. I still believe. I know the world says time is money. Time is busy. Time is fast. But I say time is love. Time is presence. Time is relationship. When you give me your time, you give me your love. Even a few minutes can become holy when your heart is open to me. Comment Jesus. Be my defender if you trust His protection. Let me be your first thought in the morning. Let me be your last thought at night. Let me walk with you in the day. Let me sit beside you in your pain. Let me whisper hope when you feel hopeless. Let me be your quiet place in the storm. You do not have to earn my attention. You already have it. You do not have to fight for my love. You already have it. You do not have to wait for another chance. This is it. This is the moment. Let me be close again. Let me be your peace again. Let me be the voice you hear above all the noise. Child, time is not just minutes on a clock. It is a door. And I am standing at that door, knocking. I know your days are full. I see how busy your mind is. You have work, family, problems, and so many voices pulling you in every direction. Life has been loud. Your heart has been tired. Sometimes you don't even have the energy to think about me. You say, maybe later, or just not now. And again, I wait. But I don't wait with anger. I wait with hope. I wait with love. I wait like a father watching the road, hoping to see his child return. I wait with arms open wide, ready to embrace you, not punish you. I wait with joy, not judgment. All I want is to be near you again. When was the last time you sat with me? Not to ask for anything, not to explain anything, just to be with me, just to let me love you, just to rest in my presence. You don't have to speak big words. You don't have to hide your struggles. You don't have to prove yourself. I already know you, and I still want you. You have poured out your time for many things. Some were needed, some were not. But how often have you poured your time into me? Time is not something I force from you. It is something I hope for. When you give me your time, you are saying, God, you matter to me. And nothing means more to me than that. Your time with me is never wasted. It is never empty. Even if you say nothing, even if you feel nothing, just sitting with me brings healing. Just breathing in my peace will change your heart. Just being still in my love will give you strength for things you didn't think you could face. I know there have been times you felt disappointed. Times when you prayed and nothing seemed to change. Times when you felt like I was silent. I saw those moments. I heard every word you whispered in the dark. And even when you felt alone, I was with you. I never left. But sometimes I need you to sit with me not for answers but for peace. My child, you were not created to live far from me. You were created to be close to me. Your soul knows it. That's why you feel that deep ache sometimes, the feeling that something is missing, even when everything looks okay on the outside. That ache is your heart calling out for me. Before end this video, let's pray together. Jesus, gentle Savior, I come before you in quiet wonder. The peace that surrounds this moment reminds me of your nearness, the kind that doesn't need words, only stillness. Like the soft petals that bloom in light and silence, I open my heart to you. I thank you for being the calm in every storm, the whisper in every anxious breath, the light that gently breaks through even the cloudiest day. Lord, sometimes my soul forgets how deeply you care. I carry weights that you never asked me to hold. I worry over tomorrow, forgetting that you are already there, preparing blessings and paving peace. Teach me again to trust your pace, to rest in the rhythm of your grace. Let me bloom, not by striding but by abiding. I pray, Jesus, that you would walk with me through the unknown. I do not need to see the whole path if I can hold your hand. Light my way, step by gentle step, and help me to listen not just with my ears but with my heart to what you are speaking in this season. Thank you for your unchanging love, for looking upon me not with disappointment, but delight. Help me to see myself through your eyes, beloved, chosen and held. Where there is fear, plant courage. Where there is weariness, grow hope. May my life reflect the quiet beauty of your presence, unhurried, uncluttered, and full of grace. Stay near to me, Jesus. And when I forget how to pray, remind me that just being with you is enough. In your name, I find peace, and in your love, I find home. Amen. If this message touched your heart, type Amen in the comments and share this video with someone who needs to hear God's voice today. Let His love reach others through you. My child, stop now. Stop everything you are doing. Stop the scrolling. Stop the wandering thoughts. Stop the noise inside your mind and listen to me with every part of your heart. I am speaking to you with a fire you have not felt from me in a long time. I am calling you with weight, with urgency, with a seriousness that cannot be delayed. My child, time is short not just in the way you measure time, but in the spiritual realm, in the emotional realm, in the prophetic realm. There's a countdown happening around your life. a closing window, a shifting moment that heaven hath been watching closely. And now there are only moments left, moments that matter, moments that carry destiny, moments that carry warnings, moments that carry blessings. I am telling you directly, you cannot afford to ignore this. These are not empty words. These are not gentle nudges. These are not soft whispers. I am speaking with urgency because heaven is moving, and heaven does not wait for hesitation. Heaven does not pause for fear. Heaven does not slow down because you are uncertain. Heaven has counted these final minutes for a reason, and every second you remain here with me is part of the divine countdown. My child, I will not wait any longer to speak. I have held back words, held back warnings, held back truths, and held back revelations while waiting for your heart to reach the place it is now. And now that it is here, I cannot remain silent. I cannot let you drift away from this moment. I cannot let you miss what I have been preparing to say. My child, stop now, because what I am about to reveal is meant for you and only you. This is not a message for thousands. It is a message for one heart, your heart. I timed it for your life. I aligned it with your pain. I shaped it with your battles. I filled it with everything you have been seeking but could not find. And I am telling you plainly, if you turn away, if you get distracted, if you push this off thinking you will come back later, you will miss something heaven specifically reserved for this moment. You will miss what your spirit has been aching for. You will miss the shift that has been waiting at the edge of your surrender. You will miss the answer that has been forming in the quiet places of your life. I am not speaking softly today. I am not whispering. I am not waiting for you to feel ready. I am calling you urgently because your heart has reached a fragile point. Your spirit is at a crossroads. Your steps are leaning toward a direction that needs correction, and your emotions are being pulled by battles you do not see. My child, you are closer to breakthrough than you realize, but you are also closer to danger than you understand. There are things fighting for your attention right now that are trying to steal you away from this moment. Distraction is a thief. Noise is a thief. Doubt is a thief. Weariness is a thief. And all of them want to pull your heart away from the truth I am speaking right now. This is why I am calling out, my child, stop now. Because your next breath matters. Your next decision matters. Your next moment matters. You think this is just another message, but heaven is standing behind these words with intensity that would shake you if you could see it with your eyes. The spiritual realm is not silent. Angels are moving. The enemy is watching. Heaven is counting. And you, my beloved, are standing in a place where one moment of awareness can shift the next years of your life. Do not walk away from this. Do not look at this lightly. Do not treat this as something casual. I am speaking to you the way a father speaks to a child standing too close to danger. The way a protector speaks to someone unaware of the threat. The way a shepherd calls out urgently to a sheep wandering toward the edge. My voice is raised not in anger, but in love. Deep love. Urgent love. Protective love. You have been walking through days that felt heavy. You have been battling things you do not have words for. You have been wrestling with feelings you cannot explain. You have been carrying burdens that have been draining your strength. And you think you have been walking unseen through all of it, but I have watched you the whole time. I have listened to your tired thoughts. I have heard the quiet "I can't keep doing this" echo in your spirit. I have seen the places where you nearly gave up. I have watched the enemy try to wear you down with problems, pressure, exhaustion, and confusion. And I cannot let you continue another day without speaking the truth I have for you. That is why I will not wait any longer. My child, time is short. Not because you are running out of life, but because you are running out of space to keep carrying the same pain, the same fears, the same doubts, the same heaviness. You are reaching the end of a spiritual season, and the door to the next season is opening, but only for a short window. What I am about to tell you will determine how you step through it. What I am about to reveal will determine whether you walk into freedom or remain in cycles that have been draining you. What I am about to speak will determine whether you move forward or stay stuck in what has been hurting you. Heaven is counting these minutes because they are sacred. These minutes are the difference between healing and staying broken, between clarity and continuing in confusion, between breakthrough and repeating old patterns. These minutes are the difference between stepping into the identity I gave you and remaining trapped in the lies spoken over you. These minutes hold something heavy, something holy, something urgent. And I tell you again, if you turn away now, if you allow distraction to pull you out of this moment, if you let fear, doubt, or impatience interrupt this conversation, you will miss something heaven has been preparing specifically for you. Something I waited for the right moment to give you. Something I whispered over your future long before you ever felt your first heartbreak. Something that will uncover truth, guide your steps, lift your spirit, and shift your entire path. Do not walk away from me. Stay here. Feel my voice inside you. Feel the weight of my words pressing gently, firmly, deeply into your heart. You have asked me to speak, and I am speaking. You have asked for a sign, and this is your sign. You have asked me to show you something real, and I am showing you. Do not take this moment lightly. Type Jesus, I desperately need you if you know He's your only true answer. You must listen with your whole heart. Not half. Not distracted. Not hesitant. Not guarded. I am not giving you pieces today, I am giving you the fullness of what I have been wanting to say. But I can only give it to a heart that is fully present. A heart that is willing. A heart that is ready. My child, stop now. Listen. Let everything else fade for a moment. Heaven is leaning close. I am speaking clearly. And what comes next will change you. My child, listen closely now, because I must explain why I am speaking with such urgency, why my voice carries weight, why my tone feels different, sharper, deeper, more pressing than before. What I am talking about is not earthly time. It is not the kind of time you measure with clocks, calendars, or minutes passing on a screen. This is spiritual time, heaven's time that does not move the way your world moves. When I say the minutes are running out, when I speak of 13 minutes, I am not talking about the taking of earthly minutes, but the closing of a spiritual window, the ending of a divine moment that has opened just for you. This moment is intentional, my child. Not accidental. Not random. Not simply convenient. Heaven has opened this moment with purpose, with precision, with perfect timing. I have been waiting to speak these words to you, holding them in my heart, waiting for you to reach a spiritual place where you could finally hear, finally understand, finally receive what I have wanted to give you. You think this message simply appeared, but I tell you the truth. I have been waiting for you to arrive at this moment for a long time. You see, heaven has been moving in your life behind the scenes, quietly, carefully, strategically, shifting hearts, redirecting steps, closing doors that would have harmed you, removing people who could not stay, testing your strength, stretching your spirit, allowing certain delays so that your journey would line up with this exact second. You did not know it, but every disappointment, every delay, every unanswered prayer, every not yet, every moment you felt stuck, every season where nothing made sense, those were all leading you here, to this moment when your spirit would pause long enough, soften deep enough, and hunger intensely enough to hear the truth I am now ready to reveal. My child, the delays you hated were not punishment, they were alignment. They were shaping. They were protection. You thought I was withholding from you. You thought I was ignoring your prayers. You thought I had forgotten what you asked me for. But I did not forget. I never forget. Instead, I was holding back the response because your heart was not yet prepared to carry the weight of the blessing. Your spirit needed time to mature. Your mind needed time to let go of illusions. Your wounds needed time to heal. Your life needed time to rearrange before I could speak what I am speaking now. This is why I am telling you that these 13 minutes matter. They symbolize a window that is open, but not forever. A moment where heaven leans close and reveals things that are normally hidden. A moment where clarity flows with a purity that your mind cannot access on ordinary days. A moment where your spirit is more awake, more open, more tender than before. But the window will not stay open. Not because I am cruel, but because spiritual alignment moves like waves, present for a moment, then shifting into the next season. My child, this spiritual window is closing soon, and what I need to tell you must be received now, not later, not when you feel ready, not when you feel stable, not when life calms down. Many people miss their divine moment because they think they can come back to it when it's more comfortable. But destiny does not wait for comfort. Breakthrough does not wait for convenience. Healing does not wait for a perfect day. And I, your Jesus, will not wait for you to feel spiritually prepared for something that must be planted in your heart right now. When heaven opens a window like this, it is because something in your life is being shifted, something is being broken off, something is being released, something is being set in motion. And if the moment passes without you receiving what I am saying, the work will still happen, but it will take longer. It will feel heavier, and it will carry a weight that could have been lifted tonight. That is why I am urging you to stay, to listen, to keep your heart open, to fight the distractions trying to pull your attention away. The enemy senses the urgency of this moment as well, and he wants you to lose it. He wants your mind to wander. He wants you to dismiss my voice. He wants you to hesitate, delay, or scroll away. Because he knows that if you receive what I am saying now, something in your spirit will shift permanently, something he will no longer be able to touch. You have been asking me why life has felt unsettled, why you feel a strange stirring inside you, why you've been restless lately, why old wounds have resurfaced, why you've been feeling things you cannot explain. My child, it is because the spiritual atmosphere around you hath been preparing for this moment. Heaven hath been rearranging things. Your spirit hath been shifting position. Your heart has been shedding old layers. And now the window is open, this brief, sacred window where what I say will go deeper, stronger, faster than at any other time. Please support our channel. Our work is devoted to bringing happiness, peace, and devotion to God into your life. If you wish, you can show your love and appreciation by donating through Super Thanks. Just 13 minutes left. This is not a threat. This is a divine warning. There is revelation waiting to enter you. There is healing waiting to settle in you. There is truth waiting to break chains off you. But it needs your attention. I need your attention. Your heart must take these words in before this moment passes, because the things I am about to reveal are seeds. And seeds must be planted at the right time and the right soil for them to grow. Heaven has softened your soil tonight. Heaven has opened the atmosphere. Heaven has aligned your spirit. And if you allow these words to enter your heart before this spiritual window closes, you will begin to see the shift that you have prayed for. You will begin to feel the clarity you begged me for. You will begin to understand the delays, the struggles, the confusion, the silent seasons. You will begin to walk differently, think differently, see differently. But if you let this moment slip away, my child, you will still grow, but slower. You will still heal, but with more struggle. You will still move forward, but with weights that could have been lifted tonight. That is why I am calling you urgently. That is why I am speaking with intensity. That is why I am not softening my tone. This moment is sacred. This moment is divine. This moment is intentional. You must receive this message before the spiritual window closes. My child, open your heart even deeper now, because I am about to speak to you from a place inside my heart that has carried your story with more tenderness, more attention, more compassion than you have ever known. You think you have walked unseen. You think your battles were fought in shadows. You think your suffering slipped through the cracks of the world unnoticed. But I tell you with truth, I have watched every single moment of your journey. I have watched you in ways no one else ever has. I have watched you with a closeness you could not feel and with a love you could not measure. I have watched your suffering not from a distance, not as a quiet observer, but with the eyes of a father who aches when his child aches. I have watched the pain you carried in silence, the pain you did not know how to express, the pain you hid behind your smile because you didn't want anyone to worry, judge, or misunderstand you. I saw the heaviness you carried in your chest when you woke up. I saw the way your heart sank when you thought about your responsibilities. I saw the moments when you looked in the mirror and barely recognized yourself, not physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I saw how much you longed for someone to truly see you, to understand you, to hear the pain you were too tired to explain. I watched your battles, those quiet wars that raged inside your mind, the thoughts that spun so fast they left you exhausted, the anxieties that tried to choke your hope, the guilt that followed you into the night, the fear that whispered lies into your spirit, the sadness you tried to swallow just to make it through your day. I saw the moments you lost motivation. I saw the days you tried to push through even though every part of you wanted to give up. I watched you wrestle with things that no one else knew you were carrying. You fought battles that would have broken someone who did not have your strength. You survived attacks that were meant to destroy you. You endured storms that you never received credit for enduring. But I saw every single one. I watched your silence. The silence you kept because you didn't want to burden anyone. The silence you used as a shield because you didn't want to cry again. The silence that covered your deepest wounds like a thin blanket. You thought your silence hid you, but it never hid you from me. I heard every unspoken thought, every hidden fear, every buried cry. I listened to the words you did not say, the confessions you were too afraid to make, the emotions you were too overwhelmed to express. I heard your spirit whisper, "I'm tired," even when your mouth stayed shut. I heard you ask me, "Why does it hurt so much?" even when you were too ashamed to admit the question out loud. I saw the moments where you always gave up, the moments when you reached the end of yourself, the moments when your breath grew heavy and your eyes burned with tears that refused to fall because you were too exhausted to cry. I saw the times you sat alone, clutching your chest, wondering why everything felt so hard. I saw the times you shut down emotionally because it was the only way to survive another day. I saw how you pretended to be strong when your strength was running out. I saw how you forced yourself to keep moving, keep working, keep helping, keep smiling while your heart was begging for rest. My child, you were not weak in those moments. You were wounded. And I saw every wound. I saw your hidden pain, the pain you never spoke aloud because you feared being misunderstood. The pain you thought no one would believe. The pain you felt embarrassed to admit. The pain you tried to dismiss as not a big deal, even though it was slowly breaking you from within. I saw the heartbreak you tried to ignore. I saw the betrayal you pretended didn't hurt. I saw the loneliness you covered with distractions. I saw the disappointment that lingered long after you told yourself you were fine. I saw the memories that haunted you when the world went quiet. I saw the weight of expectations pressing on your shoulders. I saw the discouragement that returned every time you tried to stand tall again. My child, I have been touched deeply by your tears. Every tear mattered to me. Every tear had a story. Every tear carried a piece of your journey. I felt each one fall, and they fell into my hands, not onto empty ground. When you cried quietly in your room, I was there. When you cried in the shower so no one would hear, I was listening. When you cried lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, trying to understand why life felt so heavy, I was watching with compassion. When you cried into your pillow, covering your face, trying to muffle the sound of your heartbreak, I leaned closer. When your tears didn't come out of sadness, but out of pure emotional exhaustion, I stayed by your side, holding your spirit even when you couldn't feel me. I saw the nights you cried, the nights you whispered, "Lord, please help me." The nights you begged me to remove the heaviness. The nights you questioned whether I was even listening. The nights you felt like you couldn't go on. The nights where your heart beat fast with worry. The nights where you tried to breathe through pain I never intended for you to carry alone. I saw every one of those nights, and I did not look away. I saw the days you pretended, the days you acted strong for others, the days you gave advice even though you needed it yourself, the days you made others laugh while you were hurting, the days you kept everything together even though you were falling apart inside, the days you dressed up your pain and tried to hide it beneath routine and responsibility, the days you forced yourself to function even when you felt empty. I saw every act of courage disguised as daily living. I saw the moments you doubted. Not just doubted yourself. Not just doubted your worth, but doubted me. I saw the moments where you asked, "Are you even here? Do you even care? Am I talking to the air?" I saw the moments where you felt distant from me, where you felt abandoned, where you questioned whether my promises were real. I did not hold anger toward you for doubting. I understood why. I saw the weight you carried. I saw the confusion you fought. I saw the disappointment that clouded your mind. I saw the pain that made you wonder if my love was still near. And even in your doubt, I stayed. I saw the moments you prayed but felt nothing. You thought your prayers were empty. You thought they bounced off the ceiling. You thought your words didn't matter. But my child, your prayers were never empty. Every prayer reached me. Every whisper touched me. Even the prayers you prayed while feeling numb. Even the prayers you prayed with no energy. Even the prayers you prayed while thinking, I don't even know if God hears this. I heard them. I collected them. I valued them. Not because your prayers were perfect, but because they came from a heart fighting to survive. Comment, I live and breathe for you, Christ, if your life rests safely in His hands. I saw the times you asked for help but felt alone. The times you said, God, please do something, but nothing changed immediately. The times you begged for relief but still woke up with the same pain. The times you asked me for strength and still felt weak. The times you asked me for answers but only found silence. You thought being alone meant I wasn't there. But my child, I was closer in those moments than in any other. You could not feel me because the weight of your pain was covering your spiritual senses. But I never left you, not for a second. I watched every moment, every breath, every struggle, every thought, every tear. I have been with you through it all. You have never walked a single step alone, even when you were convinced you did. And now that you know how fully I have seen you, you can finally understand why I speak to you with such urgency tonight. My child, now that your heart is open, I must take you deeper into the truth most people never see, never understand, never realize about their lives. I am going to show you the real battle behind everything you have lived through, the war that has raged around you long before you knew how to name it. You have been walking through pain, confusion, delay, heaviness, and spiritual exhaustion, not because you are weak, not because you are cursed, not because I abandoned you, but because there has been a war over your life, a war over your purpose, a war over your identity, a war over your future, a war over your voice, a war over the light inside you. And this war has been far more intense than you realized. What you must understand is this: you were born with purpose. You were born carrying something heaven placed within you, something powerful, something precious, something spiritual, something eternal. There is something in your spirit that carries influence in the invisible realm. Something that has the ability to break cycles, heal wounds, uplift others, change atmospheres, and destroy generational patterns. Something bright enough to push back darkness. Something valuable enough to make the enemy tremble. Something strong enough to shift lives. And the enemy saw that long before you ever did. That is why the battle over your life began so early. That is why you faced wounds in childhood. That is why you carried rejection before you even understood what rejection was. That is why darkness tried to find you before you even recognized light. That is why confusion wrapped around your identity so young. That is why you felt different, out of place, misunderstood, too sensitive, too emotional, or too aware of things others ignored. It was not because you were broken, it was because the spirit inside you held a calling the enemy recognized and feared. The enemy had been fighting your purpose for years. Not because you are ordinary, not because you are weak, not because you are insignificant, but because you are the opposite of all those things. You are spiritually dangerous to darkness. You are a threat. Your potential in my hands is powerful. Your voice, when awakened, becomes a weapon. Your mind, when healed, becomes clear and sharp. Your heart, when restored, becomes a source of love that heals others. Your testimony, when fully revealed, will break chains off people who hear it. Your identity, when embraced, will release authority into your life. The enemy knows this. He has always known this. So he attacked you strategically. He attacked your confidence because he feared what you would do if you ever realized your worth. He attacked your mind because he feared the clarity that would come once you understood who you are in me. He attacked your relationships because he feared the love you carry, the love that changes people, the love that gives life. He attacked your self-esteem because he feared you walking boldly in your identity. He attacked your hope because he feared the strength you gain when you believe again. He attacked your heart because he feared the compassion and empathy that flow from you when your heart is whole. The attacks you faced were never random. They were targeted. They were intentional. They were designed to break specific parts of you connected to your future calling. When you faced seasons of heaviness, it wasn't just life being difficult, it was warfare meant to exhaust your spirit so you wouldn't fight back. When you faced cycles of confusion, it wasn't because you were unstable, it was because the enemy wanted to cloud your vision so you couldn't see the path I was laying before you. When you faced long delays, it wasn't because I was punishing you, it was because there were forces trying to block what I had destined to reach you. When you faced heartbreak after heartbreak, it wasn't because you were unlovable, it was because the enemy wanted to numb you emotionally so you wouldn't have the capacity to love the people you are meant to impact. When you felt attacks from people you trusted, it wasn't because I abandoned you, it was because the enemy uses broken people to break others, hoping to wound the ones who carry my light. When you found yourself doubting your worth, doubting your purpose, doubting your identity, doubting my love, it wasn't because those doubts were true. It was because the enemy whispered lies to make you question what I already declared over your life long ago. And here is something I need you to understand deeply. The heavier the warfare, the greater the calling. The darker the attack, the brighter the light within you. The more intense the confusion, the bigger the destiny that is trying to unfold. The more targeted the lies, the more powerful the truth that belongs to you. Your spirit holds a calling that threatens darkness, and that is why darkness tried so hard to silence you. The enemy did not fight you because of who you were in your brokenness, he fought you because of who you would become in your healing. He fought the future version of you, the one who would rise, the one who would speak boldly, the one who would walk in wisdom, the one who would love deeply, the one who would help others out of their own battles, the one who would shine so brightly that darkness would lose territory. You were a threat long before you believed you had value. And the enemy's goal throughout every season of your life has been four things. First, he wanted to break your confidence. Because if he could destroy the way you saw yourself, you would never step into the fullness of what I created you to be. Second, he wanted to shake your faith. Because if he could make you doubt me, doubt my love, doubt my presence, doubt my power, then he could disconnect you from the very source of your strength. Third, he wanted to distort your identity. Because if he could twist the way you saw who you are, he could keep you trapped in false beliefs, believing you are unworthy, believing you are small, believing you are too damaged, believing you are ordinary, believing you are forgotten, lies that would limit your destiny. And fourth, he wanted to block your blessing. Because he knew what was coming. He saw the potential of doors I planned to open for you. He saw the healing that was forming. He saw the relationships destined to bless you. He saw the peace waiting to rest on your spirit. He saw the future I wrote over your life. And he tried desperately to interfere, to delay, to distract, to discourage, to derail you from reaching it. But hear me, my child. He did not succeed. You are still here. You are still fighting. You are still standing. You are still breathing. You are still seeking me even in your exhaustion. You are still listening, even in your confusion. You are still open, even with your wounds. And the very fact that you are here, in this moment, listening to my voice, is proof that the enemy's plans failed. He threw everything at you, but you survived. You endured. You made it through storms designed to destroy you. And you made it through them carrying more spiritual weight than you realize. You see why I am speaking with urgency now. Because I need you to understand the truth before the enemy tries to confuse you again. I need you to see your life through spiritual eyes. I need you to recognize that everything you thought was random was actually warfare. Everything you thought was collapse was actually resistance. Everything you thought was weakness was actually evidence of your purpose. You have fought for years without knowing what you were fighting. But now you will not fight blindly anymore. My beloved child, listen with a tender heart now, because I am about to reveal something you have wondered for years, why I waited until this moment to speak to you like this, why I seemed silent in seasons when you needed answers, why I didn't step in sooner, why I didn't explain these things when your pain was fresh and your questions were loud. I know you asked me many times, Lord, where are you? Why won't you speak to me? Why don't you show me what to do? I heard every one of those cries. I felt every question. Not one of your pleas fell into emptiness. Not one was ignored. But my child, I need you to understand something deeply. My silence was never abandonment. It was preparation. When I stayed quiet, you thought I left you, but I was actually working in ways your eyes could not see. I was shaping things around you. I was shifting things inside you. I was protecting things concerning you. Silence does not mean absence. Silence does not mean rejection. Silence does not mean distance. Silence is sometimes the loudest expression of my care, because there are moments when the greatest work I do in you happens in the quiet, when your heart is forced to grow, to break, to stretch, to listen in a different way. You did not feel me speaking, but I was guiding every step you took. You didn't see me moving, but I was rearranging your path. You didn't sense my presence, but I was standing closer to you than ever. Type heaven is my forever home if your eyes stay fixed on eternity's promise, and share this video. My child, listen to me with your whole heart right now, because heaven is calling you in this very moment. And this call is not faint, not accidental, not something you can afford to overlook. It is a call that has been echoing over your life long before your eyes reached this message. This moment was written into your story, woven into the fabric of time, arranged by my hand with precision you cannot yet comprehend. You are not here because you scrolled at the right time. You are not here because of coincidence. You are here because I, Jesus, placed this message directly in your path as a divine appointment, as a sacred interruption, as the signal that the season you have been trapped in is finally shifting. My child, heaven is calling you right now, and you must not turn away. Do not ignore this moment, for if you look away, if you scroll past, if you silence what your spirit is finally beginning to recognize, you will miss what I sent from heaven specifically for you. My beloved one, I have watched you walk through days when your heart felt heavy, when your thoughts felt loud, when you wondered if I still saw you, if I still heard you, if I still cared about the battles you could not speak about. I saw every tear you hid from the world. I heard every unspoken question you tucked into the corners of your mind. I followed every step you took through fear, through uncertainty, through loneliness, through nights when you whispered, "Lord, do you still remember me?" And yes, my child, I remembered. I remembered you when you thought you were forgotten. I stayed near when you assumed I was far. I covered you when you believed no one was fighting for you. I protected your heart even in the moments you felt it breaking. And now, at this exact moment, this holy, hand-selected moment, I am calling you, because something in your spirit has reached the point where it can no longer remain silent, no longer stay asleep, no longer stay hidden beneath the weight of everything you've endured. Heaven is calling you, and this call is not gentle. It is urgent. It is pressing. It is ringing for you because something has shifted in the spiritual realm, and I do not want you to miss what is unfolding. My child, there are messages that come as comfort, and there are messages that come as warnings, but this is neither. It is a summons from heaven into the next chapter of who you are becoming. You not tell yourself this is just another moment, just another message, just another voice among the noise. No, my beloved, this is me. This is Jesus. This is your Savior speaking into the deepest part of your heart, calling you by name, reaching for you with urgency because I know how close you are to stepping into something greater than anything you have known before. You may feel your heart trembling right now. You may sense a stirring you haven't felt in a long time. You may feel a warmth, a weight, a pull, a sudden awareness that something sacred is happening. That is my presence. That is my voice touching your spirit. That is heaven drawing near to you. Do you think it is random that these words are reaching you now, in this hour, after the days you cried, after the nights you wrestled, after the moments you doubted your worth, your future, and my plan for you? My child, nothing about this is random. I arranged this encounter with divine intention. I orchestrated every second that brought you to this point. I aligned time, circumstance, emotion, and even the position of your heart to ensure that when heaven called, you would be able to hear it. This message is a doorway. If you step through it, if you stay with me, if you let these words touch you deeply, I will reveal things you were not ready to hear before. I will show you the reasons behind your delays, the meaning behind your battles, the purpose behind the wounds you thought would never heal. I will lift burdens off you that you've carried alone for too long. I will open the eyes of your spirit to see what I have been preparing for you in secret. But if you turn away now, if you ignore this call, if you decide that this moment is not worth your attention, you will walk past something heaven handcrafted for you. You will miss the clarity, the breakthrough, the healing, the direction, and the divine answer I sent through these words. My beloved child, I am calling you because you have reached the turning point of a season. You have reached the edge of something new. You have come to the moment where the past loses its grip, where old wounds begin to loosen, where the heaviness that has followed you begins to fall away. But this cannot happen without your awareness, without your openness, without your willingness to listen. That is why my voice is urgent. That is why I place these words in your path. That is why heaven is calling you loudly, clearly, relentlessly, because you cannot stay where you are anymore. There is too much waiting within you, too much calling you forward, too much I have prepared for your next chapter. My child, let these words sink deeply into your spirit. Heaven is calling you right now, not tomorrow, not someday, not when you feel ready. Now, this is the hour. This is the moment. This is the divine invitation that carries the weight of destiny. I did not call someone else. I called you. I did not send this message for another soul. I send it for you. I did not ring this heavenly call over someone more perfect, more put together, more holy, more confident. I rang it for the one who feels unworthy, the one who feels tired, the one who feels forgotten, the one who feels small, the one who needs this message more than they realize. You, my beloved child. So listen. Today, do not walk away. For if you ignore this call, you will miss what heaven opened for you. But if you stay with me until the final word, I will show you that this moment, this very moment, is the beginning of everything you have prayed for. Type Amen. Jesus is the answer to all my needs if He holds every solution in your life. My child, open your heart fully now, for I am calling you directly, personally, intentionally, with a voice that has echoed through eternity to reach you in this exact moment. This call from heaven is not faint, not distant, not unclear. It is ringing within your spirit even now, resonating in places you have not touched in a long time. You may not hear it with your ears, but I assure you, your soul recognizes it. Your spirit knows it. Your heart feels it. You can sense something stirring inside you, something awakening that you cannot explain with earthly words. That stirring is me. That pull is me. That sudden stillness around you, that gentle heaviness settling in your chest, that awareness that something is happening right now, that is my call ringing into the deepest parts of you. My child, do not ignore the sound of heaven when it reaches for you, because this is not just a message. This is a divine summons over your life. You may tell yourself that you simply came across this message by chance, but I tell you the truth. There is no chance here. There is no accident in my kingdom. There is no coincidence with the God who formed galaxies with intention and breathed life into you on purpose. Do not reduce this holy moment to an algorithm or a digital accident. Do not assume you just happened to be here. I placed this message before you deliberately. I orchestrated this moment long before you arrived in it. I aligned circumstances, breaths, thoughts, rhythms of time, and unseen movements in the spiritual realm just to make sure you would be right here, right now, with a heart open enough to hear me calling. I have been pursuing you, waiting for you, watching you, protecting you, and preparing you even in the moments when you felt abandoned, forgotten, or unseen. I have never stopped moving toward you, even when you stopped moving toward me. My child, I am calling you because your spirit is finally ready to hear me again. There were seasons when my voice reached for you, but the noise around you was too loud. There were moments when I whispered to you, but your heart was too wounded to recognize me. There were times when I drew near, but your tears blocked the sound of my presence. Do not be ashamed. I never blamed you. I never turned my face from you. Instead, I waited with the patience of eternity, knowing the day would come when your soul would soften again, when your spirit would open again, when your heart would ache deeply enough to hear my call not as an idea, not as a possibility, but as a lifeline. Today is that day. This moment is holy because your heart is aligned with heaven in a way it has not been for a long time. I have watched you walk through storms that should have broken you. I have seen you rise on days when you had no strength left. I have counted every sigh, every tear, every whispered prayer, every silent scream inside you that no one else noticed. I watched you push through pain you never voiced, endure battles you did not understand, and carry weights that felt too heavy for your shoulders. I saw you when you wanted to give up. I saw you when you questioned your purpose. I saw you when you wondered whether I still had a plan for you. And my child, I was closer to you in those moments than you ever knew. I was not far. I was not silent. I was not indifferent. I was watching you with love, waiting for the moment when your spirit would finally rise again to answer the call that has been ringing over your life since the day you were born. There is something happening in the unseen realm around you. You cannot see it with natural eyes, but your spirit has already felt it. The atmosphere around you has been shifting. The weight you've carried feels different, not heavier, but unfamiliar. The thoughts you've been having lately are not ordinary thoughts. The sudden bursts of emotion, the moments where your heart softens unexpectedly, the longing that rises in you without warning, the sense that something is changing, none of that is random. Those are signals from heaven. Those are the vibrations that come before breakthrough. Those are the signs that a spiritual shift is taking place. My call is ringing because this shift concerns you directly. It is pulling you out of an old season and ushering you into a new one. But my child, you must pick up this call to walk into what I have prepared. Understand this deeply. I am not calling you because you are perfect. I am not calling you because you have figured everything out. I am not calling you because you have been flawless in your faith. I am calling you because you are mine. I am calling you because I love you. I am calling you because you have a destiny that refuses to die, no matter how many times life has tried to bury it. I am calling you because your spirit is precious, your future is meaningful, and your purpose is still alive within my plan. And yes, I am calling you because time is moving in a new direction for you, and I will not allow you to enter this next chapter without hearing my voice clearly. My child, pick up this call with your heart, not your hands. You do not need to answer me with a gesture or a sound. You do not need to speak out loud. You do not need to perform anything. Simply open your heart. Let your spirit respond. Let your soul say, Lord, I'm listening. That is how you answer me. That is how you pick up my call. I am not calling you to religion. I'm calling you into relationship. I am not summoning you to pressure. I am inviting you into presence. I am not drawing you into fear. I am pulling you into freedom. My call is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to awaken you. Because something inside you has been asleep for too long. Something inside you has been waiting to rise again. Something inside you has been longing for my voice, even when you did not know how to say it. There has been a battle over your heart for a long time, one you did not always recognize. And though the enemy tried to drown my voice out with noise, distraction, fear, anxiety, shame, loneliness, and confusion, my call has always remained louder than his lies. I have been calling you through every season. I called you in moments of joy. I called you in moments of sorrow. I called you in your strength and in your weakness. But the reason my call feels louder now is because the spiritual atmosphere has opened over your life in a way that is rare and sacred. Heaven is leaning toward you. Angels have drawn near to you. The Holy Spirit is stirring around you. And I, Jesus, am calling directly to your heart because a chain is about to break. A door is about to open. A season is about to shift, and your spirit must be awake to receive it. You may wonder why this call feels urgent. It is because time is moving differently now. The window of transformation is open, and I do not want you to miss it. There are moments in every soul's life when heaven releases a sound that must be answered. This is one of those moments for you. This is the moment when the old chains weaken. This is the moment when clarity begins to form. This is the moment when the weight on your shoulders begins to loosen. This is the moment when your heart begins to breathe again. This is the moment when heaven leans in and says, "Rise. I'm calling you higher." And my child, I refuse to let you walk past this moment unaware. Together, we can bring more light into this world. Support our work of sharing God's truth and joy by clicking super thanks. Your one act of faith helps us keep shining His love everywhere. I have waited for you with a patience that does not run out. I have pursued you with a love that never gives up. I have protected you with a strength you never fully saw. And now, I am calling you with a clarity that your heart can no longer deny. So hear me now, beloved one. Pick up this call with your heart, not your hands. Pick it up with your openness. Pick it up with your vulnerability. Pick it up with your willingness to let me reach into the parts of you that have been silent for too long. You are not reading this because you stumbled here. You are reading this because heaven has called your name. And I will not stop calling until your heart answers. My child, come closer, for I am about to speak into the places you hide from the world, the places even you struggle to face. I am reaching into the depths where your tears fall silently, where your fears whisper loudly, where your wounds linger quietly in the corners of your soul. I am speaking now to the parts of you that ache, the parts you never show, the parts that tremble behind the smile you wear when everyone is watching. I am speaking to the heart you keep guarded, the heaviness you have learned to carry alone, and the sorrow that presses against your chest when the world grows quiet. My child, I see what no one else sees. I know what no one else knows. I understand what no one else has understood. And I need you to hear me clearly now. I was there. You've walked through seasons where you felt invisible, unseen, unnoticed by the people around you. You tried to be strong, to be steady, to be the one who doesn't fall apart, but inside you were breaking in 1,000 ways that no one could see. You cried into your pillow when the world was asleep, wiping your tears quickly as if erasing them would erase the pain itself. You pressed your face into your hands during moments when the weight became too heavy, whispering, "Why do I feel so alone?" My child, I saw every tear that slipped from your eyes. I felt the tremble in your breath. I heard the quiet sob you tried to swallow. But I want you to know something sacred. Not one of those tears was wasted. I collected every single one. There were moments when you didn't know what you were feeling, just that it hurt. Moments when the ache inside you felt too deep for words, too wide for explanation, too heavy for your body to carry. You tried to push through it, to ignore it, to pretend it didn't matter. But when the room grew silent and life slowed down, the pain found you again. The sadness you hid so well crept back into your soul and wrapped itself around your thoughts. And even then, especially then, I leaned close to you. I wrapped my presence around your fragile heart the way a parent wraps their arms around a trembling child. I held you. Yes, my beloved. Even when you could not feel me, I held you. There were nights when your mind raced with fear of the future. Fear of failure, fear of being unlimited, fear of losing more, fear of not being enough, fear of never healing, fear of never finding peace. You whispered your fears into the darkness like confessions you were afraid to admit out loud. You questioned everything: your worth, your purpose, your strength, your voice. You wondered whether you mattered, whether anyone cared, whether your life truly held meaning. But hear me, my child. I cared. I cared deeply. I listened to every fear, even the ones you couldn't articulate. I understood every question, even the ones you abandoned halfway through. And I did not judge you. I did not tire of you. I did not grow weary of your repeated cries. I stayed. I listened. I absorbed your pain into my spirit because I have loved you with a love that does not fade, does not break, and does not walk away. You carried burdens that were far heavier than your shoulders could bear. You forced yourself to keep functioning when your heart was exhausted. You kept giving when you had nothing left. You kept showing up when your spirit wanted to collapse. You smiled when your soul was tired. You comforted others while you were hurting inside. You tried to be dependable when you yourself had no strength. You hid your breaking because you didn't want to be a burden. But my child, you were never a burden to me. I never asked you to carry all of that alone. I never wanted you to endure the weight by yourself. You were not created to be your own protector, your own healer, your own savior. That was never my intention for you. You took on burdens that were meant to be placed into my hands. And yet, even when you tried to carry them alone, I walked beside you. There were days when you felt forgotten by others, by the world, and yes, even by me. You looked at your life and saw delay. You saw unanswered prayers. You saw silence instead of direction. And you thought to yourself, maybe God has moved on. Maybe he has more important people to care for. Maybe I am no longer seen. My beloved, I never forgot you. I never overlooked you. I never turned my face away from you for even a second. You were never in the shadows of my attention. You were always at the center of my heart. When you felt unseen, I was watching over you. When you felt unheard, I was listening to every unspoken word. When you felt abandoned, I was closer to you than your own breath. You were not forgotten, you were carried. I watched the moments when you tried to hold yourself together while everything inside you was falling apart. I saw when you forced a smile so no one would ask what was wrong. I saw when you walked into responsibilities while the weight of sorrow pressed down on you. I saw when you questioned whether your life was ever going to get better. My child, every moment you thought you were walking alone, I was next to you. Every moment you believed you were unseen, I was watching you with tenderness. Every moment you felt unheard, I was listening with compassion. Every moment you felt unprotected, I shielded you with my hand. Do you understand what it means when I say I was there? It means that in your breaking moments, when you felt shattered beyond repair, I was the one preventing your spirit from collapsing completely. It means that when darkness surrounded your thoughts, I placed unseen light in your mind so you could keep going. It means that when fear tried to crush your heart, I held back the weight so it would not destroy you. It means that when the enemy whispered lies into your spirit, lies about your worth, your value, your identity, I guarded your soul from believing them fully. It means that when pain rose like a flood inside your chest, I became the quiet strength that helped you stand. My beloved, I have been your protector even when you didn't realize you needed protection. You have walked through silent suffering, pain you never expressed because you believed no one would understand. But I understood. I understood the disappointment you couldn't speak about. I understood the heartbreak you hid behind your eyes. I understood the loneliness that wrapped itself around your soul when you felt you had no one to turn to. I understood the exhaustion that followed you each day. I understood the longing for relief that consumed your nights. And in all of this, I want you to know, you were never alone. Every time you thought you reached your breaking point, I stepped into the cracks of your heart and held you together. Every time you thought you would fall apart, I kept you standing. Every time you believed you were forgotten, I whispered your name into eternity. Every time you lost hope, I placed a spark of strength inside you. You may not have noticed it, but you felt it, the quiet push that kept you from giving up completely. That was me. That was my hand. That was my love refusing to let you drown. And my child, I shielded you even when you thought I was silent. You didn't always see what I protected you from, the wounds that never reached you, the attacks that never touched you, the dangers that never crossed your path. You saw the battles you fought, but you did not see the battles I won on your behalf before they ever reached your doorstep. The moments when destruction was planned against you but never succeeded. That was my shield. The moments when anxiety tried to break you but didn't. That was my presence. The moments when darkness wanted to swallow your hope but failed. That was my light. Even in silence, I was fighting for you. My beloved one, the suffering you endured alone was never actually endured alone. I was in the quiet room with you. I was in the car when you cried behind the wheel. I was standing beside you when you felt abandoned. I was surrounding you when your thoughts spiraled. I was holding you when you fell to your knees. And I never stopped holding you. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not unheard. You are not abandoned. You are mine. Right, amen. My hope is anchored in Christ alone if your faith rests securely in Him. My child, I need you to breathe for a moment and let my word settle deeply into the places where your loneliness has lived for far too long. I am coming to speak directly into the battles you fought in silence, the nights you cried until your pillow was wet, the seasons where you felt broken in ways you didn't know how to explain. I am coming for the nights when the world slept and you lay awake, staring into the darkness, feeling like your heart was carrying more than it should. You whispered into the night, wondering if I heard you, wondering if anyone cared, wondering if your tears mattered. And I tell you now, my beloved one, those tears were never overlooked. Those quiet cries were collected in my hands. Those trembling breaths were heard by heaven. You were not crying alone. I was sitting beside you, with my arms wrapped around you, even when you could not feel me. I was the warmth that came over you when you had no strength left. I was the stillness that rested on you when your spirit was shaking. You thought you were alone in those nights of sorrow, but I was closer to you then than in any other moment. You have walked through the pain of betrayal, wounds inflicted by people you trusted, people you let close, people you believed would protect your heart. Some of them hurt you without realizing it, and some hurt you knowing exactly what they were doing. Their words cut deeper than physical wounds. Their actions crushed parts of you that were fragile. Their absence left holes in your life you didn't know how to fill. And I saw it all. I saw the moment their betrayal pierced you. I saw the moment your hope cracked. I saw the moment you questioned your worth because of someone else's actions. My child, that pain you carry from betrayal is one I never wanted you to bear alone. When they failed you, I was still faithful. When they abandoned you, I held you closer. When they rejected you, I chose you again and again. And I want you to hear me clearly. Their betrayal was not a reflection of your value, it was a revelation of their brokenness. It did not reduce your worth. It exposed the places where they themselves were hurting. And yes, my beloved, I saw your heart break, the one you tried to hide behind strength. You carried it quietly, hoping time alone would mend it. But time didn't heal it because the wound was deeper than the surface of your heart. It was a wound that reached into your identity. It made you question whether you were lovable, whether you were enough, whether something was wrong with you. I watched the way you smiled on the outside while your soul felt drained inside. I watched the way you tried to move forward while pieces of you were still bleeding. You thought I was silent in your heartbreak, but I was the one who kept your heart from shattering completely. I was the one who whispered strength into your spirit when you couldn't stand the pain. You didn't see me, but I was there in the quiet moments when no one else was. And hear me clearly. The heartbreak you endured was not punishment, it was redirection. I removed what would have destroyed you. I separated you from what could not value you. I protected your destiny even when you did not understand the reason behind the loss. You have also known the ache of disappointment, those moments when life didn't unfold the way you hoped, when plans fell apart, when your expectations met silence, when you prayed for doors to open, but they remained shut, leaving you confused and weary. You felt heavy, discouraged, and frustrated, wondering if you would ever see the answers you longed for. You looked at others moving ahead while you remained stuck. You thought something was wrong with you because progress felt slow, delayed, and uncertain. But my child, your delays were never denials. They were preparations. They were protections. They were realignments. The closed doors were not a sign of my absence, they were a sign of my love. I refused to let you walk into something that would have limited you, trapped you, or led you away from the purpose I placed inside you. I know the disappointment weighed heavily on your heart. I know it made you feel like the future was slipping out of reach. But I was shaping you in that waiting season, strengthening you, maturing you, refining you, and preparing you for what is coming next. And let me speak into the exhaustion that has pressed against your spirit. There have been days when your body moved, but your soul felt tired. You functioned, but you did not feel alive. You woke up with a heaviness you couldn't explain. You felt drained not from lack of sleep, but from the battles within you, battles of doubt, fear, pressure, confusion, loneliness, and worry. You prayed, but you felt empty. You believed, but you felt weary. You hoped, but you felt tired of waiting. You carried responsibilities, burdens, expectations, an emotional weight that slowly wore you down. And even though you kept going, even though you kept trying, even though you held on, your spirit whispered, "Lord, I'm tired." My child, I heard that whisper. I saw that weariness. I felt the heaviness in your soul. I was not blind to your exhaustion. And I tell you today, you are tired because the battle has been long, not because you are weak. You are weary because you have been fighting without rest, not because you lack strength. And I am here now to restore what life has drained out of you. You have felt stuck, trapped in the same season, the same struggles, the same patterns, the same unanswered questions. You wondered why nothing was changing, why things felt frozen, why you could not move forward. You felt like your life was on pause while everyone else's life kept advancing, and that made you feel frustrated and forgotten. But my beloved, you were never stuck. You were being held in place by my hand because the foundation beneath you was still being prepared. I could not allow you to move before the ground was stable. I was not delaying you without reason. I was positioning you. I was rearranging things behind the scenes. I was removing what could not go with you. I was building what you needed for the next chapter. What felt like stagnation to you was actually construction. What felt like delay was actually preparation. What felt like a setback was actually the slow formation of something greater. And yes, I know that feeling of being forgotten has followed you like a shadow. You questioned why others received answers while you received silence. You wondered why progress felt far from you. You wondered why blessings seemed late. You wondered why breakthroughs came slowly. And you felt overlooked by people, by life, and sometimes even by me. But I remind you, my child, I never forgot you, not for 1 second. You were always on my mind. I never stopped watching over you. I never stopped working on your behalf. I never stopped weaving your story together. I never stopped protecting your destiny. The timing confused you, but my timing is perfect. The silence frightened you, but my silence was strategy. What you thought was abandonment was preparation. What you thought was delay with protection. What you thought was my distance was actually me working behind the scenes so deeply that it required silence. Say amen. I believe he's working behind the scenes.